All right, in this video, we're going to talk about 3 lessons from exercise and sports that you can apply to entrepreneurship that will help you succeed in business. Lesson number 1, don't quit. Lesson number 2, don't show that you're tired. And lesson number 3, growth happens incrementally. Let's start with lesson number 1, don't quit. What have you started right now? If you're watching this video, you're likely either working on a business or you've already started a business. What would happen if you just didn't quit? It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. There are going to be times when you want to throw in the towel. What would happen if you just didn't quit? This is reminded to me every single time that I work out. Once I get to a point to where it's hard, I just ask myself, where would I be health-wise if I didn't quit? So I'm applying those principles from sports and exercise to business. I'm going to be really honest with you. This morning, I wanted to throw in the towel on this whole owner-ops thing. I did. Why? Because it's hard. It's hard to create content. It's hard to get in front of the camera, but I know that that's where growth happens. So I've already started this and I'm asking myself, what happens if I don't quit? So whatever you've started right now, what happens if you don't quit? Where would you end up in 1 year? Where would you be in 5 years? Where would you be in 10 years? What happens if you don't quit? Number 2, don't show that you're tired. I can remember so vividly our strength coach telling us in college, don't show the opposing team when you're tired. Don't put your hands on your hips. Don't lean over. Don't take a knee. It does not matter how tired you are. Do your absolute best to not show the opposition you're tired. This was important to me today. I wanted to quit during my kettlebell workout. I do a 35-minute workout, every minute on the minute, 10 push-ups, 10 kettlebell swings were the exercises today. I've been steadily increasing since April, starting at 30-pound kettlebells, 10 reps of each exercise every minute on the minute. Ends up being about 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. Once I get to a point to where it's comfortable, I move up in weight and I go down in reps, and then I start increasing reps from there. So I've worked my way up, but there is a point during those growth periods in which I get tired, really, really tired. And it's probably very similar for you. If you're starting a business or if you're working on something that's challenging, there are phases where you get tired and you just physically and mentally don't want to do the thing. What would happen if you didn't show you're tired? Because once you show that you're tired, you've already let your mind convince yourself you're tired. So do your absolute best to not convince yourself you're tired. Don't let yourself be convinced you're tired. And then in doing so, you're not going to show your competition you're tired. Number 3, growth happens incrementally. I mentioned earlier the workout I've been doing with kettlebells. Incremental growth happens by consistent effort at one set of reps and one specific weight. So take this for example. Start kettlebell swings with a 30-pound dumbbell. Do 10 reps. Do that 35 times until you get to a point to where that's comfortable. Once it's comfortable, you can do one of 2 things. You can either go up in weight and down in reps, or you can go up in reps at that point. The whole goal here is to push yourself to where your heart rate gets to a point to where it's uncomfortable. Once you get that lightheaded feeling, once you get to a point to where you want to quit, that's where growth happens. But you can't go from 0 to 50-pound kettlebells overnight. In order to work to a point to where you can get to where you can do 10 reps at 50-pound kettlebells, you have to consistently do the 30-pound kettlebells at 10 reps over and over and over again until you get to a point where you're comfortable moving up to 40s. And then once you move up to 40s, it's likely better to just start at 5 reps and do 5 reps over and over and over again, and then slowly increase your reps by 1 rep each time that you're doing that workout. Over time, you'll be able to work up to 10 reps at 40 pounds, and then repeat the process at 50 pounds. This is where growth happens, but it only comes with time. And business is no different. Entrepreneurship is the same way. This is my 7th year of entrepreneurship. In the very beginning, I didn't know anything. I'm in year 7, and now I know more than I knew in year 0 and in year 1, but I still don't claim to know everything. This is a lifelong journey, but the only way to get better is to consistently show up and do the things over and over and over and over again until you get comfortable at it. Once you get comfortable, then it's time to push yourself outside your comfort zone. Look, this is my first time This is not specifically my first time getting on camera, but I have added into my workflow creating content as a way to market my businesses. And I can tell you this, it's hard. I don't want to do it, but I have gotten to a point to where I know that I just have to jump on camera and do the thing over and over and over and over again until it becomes comfortable. And then once it becomes comfortable at 1 video per week, then we will steadily increase that to more videos per week. But you can't say, hey, I'm going to go create 7 videos this week. If you have zero process for creating one, you first have to start with creating one. Same thing with business. It's really hard to say, hey, I'm going to go get 10 tree removal jobs this week when you haven't even gotten 1 tree removal job. So focus on doing the next thing and then getting really, really comfortable at doing the thing once. Once you do the thing once and do that over and over and over and over again and get comfortable, then push yourself outside the comfort zone to add on more and consistently get better. If you're going to watch this channel, my hope is that I encourage you to take more action, push yourself outside of your comfort zone. I come from a sports background. I apply sports mindset, exercise mindset to my entrepreneurial journey. And if you're interested in this kind of stuff, check out the Owner Ops podcast. I interviewed Brandon Dixon, a former MLB player who retired this last February. He went and bought a street sweeping business in California, and he's doing the same thing. He's taking his principles and his mindset from playing sports, and he's applying those leadership principles and mindset principles to the game of entrepreneurship and business. So keep an eye out for that. You can find us on Spotify and Apple. We're also on YouTube. So if you're enjoying this content, we'd appreciate a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you do, look, I told you I'm not that, I still fumble up, right? But like, you just keep pushing through. If you are listening on Apple or Spotify, we'd sure appreciate a 5-star review. Don't forget, work hard, do your best, never settle for less. We'll see you in the next video.